Any tips for better communication? Honestly, the only thing you can do is keep trying. You know what made me feel a lot more confident in talking to people is number one is streaming. That helped me learn how to talk to people and learn how to embrace the things I like. Number two would probably be... You know what it really is? I felt a lot of shame. Just in general, like for the things I liked and who I was and like how I grow up and like the way I wanted to dress. And I think that maybe me being nervous about that stuff made it hard to socialize with other people, because in my head I had this idea that it was me who likes this stuff and this other person who probably doesn't understand. I genuinely felt that way. I was like, if I'm going outside, these people aren't gonna understand me. And they're gonna be ashamed to talk to me because of the things that I like, and I don't have anything to say to them. I one-guide myself. I one-guide myself. Yeah, talking a lot helped me be able to articulate myself in a way that was kind of decent. And sociable and like understandable to others. This is also gonna sound kind of cringe, but for a while I was on Google looking up how to keep people engaged in a conversation. I literally looked that up at least a couple of different times. I would look up shit like how do I keep people talking? How to talk to people, how to keep people engaged. What do people want to hear? And it actually helped. Because it says shit that is actually, you know, if you don't do it a lot, then you don't think about it. Right? But one thing I literally always think about now is, how can I keep this conversation? Because sometimes I end up going off on my own tangent, which is fine for stream. But if you're talking to someone in person, it's a bit harder. So you need to be able to reel yourself back and ask things like, how do you feel? Or, you know, what blah 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 do you like? Or, oh, I feel that way too because blah blah blah. Or this is how I feel about blah blah blah. What do you feel about blah blah blah? And then if you keep people coming into the conversation with things that they like, then you learn something new. You learn something new about something and you keep someone excited. Because just like me, other people get excited to talk about the things they love too. And I think how I realized that part is because I get excited when somebody asks me about Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. And so you notice little things. This is maybe a lot, but like maybe how they dress. You can kind of tell like maybe some things they like, or like maybe this is kind of creepy, but if you're like, you know, maybe if you're, I mean, don't snoop, but like you can notice things about people and be like, oh, do you like blah blah blah? Oh, your shirt blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Effort. It's effort. And it's not being standoffish. Because if there's anything that can kill how somebody feels talking to you, it's if you seem uninterested. Don't seem uninterested. No matter how uninteresting it is. If you want to end a conversation, you can seem uninterested. Being nonchalant is not cool when you're trying to make friends. That is not cool. Clavicular may be telling you to be a nonchalant Mog Maxer, but if you're trying to make friends in which he is not trying to do, then you can't be nonchalant.